this is Olive Destiny, and in this video I will be quickly sharing with you all how I got this cute little half up half down hairstyle with my frontal wig. If you want to give this look a try, then definitely try it out. So the hair has been shampooed and conditioned prior to beginning the braiding process. If your hair is already styled or dry, just wet the portion that you want to braid. That way it's a little easier for you to manipulate and part and cause the hair to go the way that you want it to go. So I'm parting kind of in a diagonal fashion to where it's going to be more like a triangle once I'm done. And I'm also being mindful of where the tracks end in the back. That way I'm not going too far back with my braid and then revealing the tracks. I'm using a lot of body setting lotion to really be able to work with the hair more, but you can always use water or whatever product you like to use. Now I'm combing the hair all towards the center, and then I'm just going to proceed to braid the hair back. And like I said, I'm being mindful of where those tracks begin because I don't want those to be seen. I only want to braid down that frontal portion of the wig. And I didn't really have any T-pins. I could have probably used push pins to hold the wig down, so that's why you see me tugging it and trying to keep it where I want it to be. So after I've pretty much been satisfied with my parted section, I'm going to proceed to braid the hair down. And as I begin to braid, I'm being mindful not to pull the hair too tight because you don't really want to have the lace to bulge up on you. Bulge up. You don't really want the lace to kind of be sitting up. You still want the lace to kind of be flat and smooth. So don't pull the braid too tight to where you kind of can't get that section to lay flat, if that makes sense. And this is not really like a braiding tutorial. It's just more so showing the style that I did create with the braids and the twists. Okay. So I just continue to just braid and braid and braid all the way to the back, and then when I get as far back as I would want, I proceed to just kind of get like a little parted section with my finger, and then I just secure that using a rubber band, and I wrap it around 3 times. So for a little more oomph, you can stop there if you would like, but I'm going to proceed to just do a little small flat twist, that's what I call it, on both sides of the braids. And this parted section is not as large as the braided parted section, if that makes sense. It's kind of like maybe a third of that size, I guess, if you want to get that technical about it. Then I go back in and use the lot of body again, and I just proceed to kind of twist and twist and twist. The way I do that, you kind of grip and twist, grip and twist, grip and twist, and then keep in mind where your tracks begin because you don't really want that to be seen when you pin the hair up in the top. And you can use something to kind of hold down those other sections of the hair that's not going to be twisted. That way you're not grabbing into that hair as you twist it down. But for me, I wasn't really gripping any extra hair. But just pin it down if you would like. That way you can make sure your part is as defined as you would like for it to be. Then I'm just going to proceed to the same thing on the other side. Apply the lot of body, comb it through, make it smooth, and just pretty much twist, twist, twist. Secure it with the rubber band, and you're good to go. And the reason that I use the lot of body is just that while the hair is wet, it's easier to work with, and that way when it dries, it lays as flat as possible and it's not kind of sitting up on top of the lace. It's just kind of, see how it's like sitting in the hair really good? So yeah, I like to wet the hair and do it that way. Quickly just like putting the wig on, and I do kind of lay the edges with a lot of body while the hair is still wet and allow it to set. So yesterday I didn't really have to fix my edges, I just had to fix my own. They were still showing. Like because I have elastic band and combs, I don't really worry about the size because I'm not moving all over the place to where you will see this part. But on a day-to-day when I want to take it off and sleep every night without the wig, I don't really lay my edges down with anything that will hold it and make it stuck. But I do fix them, you know. So I'm actually not using the 24-hour edge timer, which is what I usually use on my own edges. I'm just using the Eco Styler gel to just lightly pull out the edges that I did make in this wig, and then I just kind of smooth that down using the toothbrush as well as my finger. I kind of press onto the very beginning of the lace, which I did leave out the edges when I did the twist. I press down onto the lace, and that helps the lace to hold down. If I feel like I need a little extra, then I'll just take some Gorilla Snot along with the Eco Styler gel to lay my edges, because once I tie that down, by using the Gorilla Snot, it actually helps my edges to stay down, and it also helps the lace to lay flat as well without it kind of sticking up. I'm gonna go ahead and put my glasses on to do this as well because I don't feel like wearing contacts today. I just try to get, for the most part, the lace to lay down, and then I go back through and perfect the edges. Like I said, if you want to keep this on overnight, then definitely use whatever products like Got To Be glue gel or whatever you would like to use That way you don't have to take it down, or if you feel that it won't be secure enough. But for me, I take mine off each night if I feel like it. And I kind of just brush the edges back into twists a little bit, just to make everything kind of blend. And any part of my edges that's out as well, I just blend all of that together. It's not too big of a deal to me. Then I comb back over that hair, kind of make sure that it's blended. That way it's still laying, and it's just not like, oh, let me just fix this one part right here because it's showing. I'm fixing that as well, just in case it goes back a little slightly. It's neat. Now I do have a widow's peak, so it's kind of hard to not really have this hair right here, because my hair, if you look closely, is still blended in there as well. So even if I was to kind of pull this back some more, it's still there. But the edges is different every time I do them. It just depends. You don't really have to do edges at all. This is just what I prefer. So after I'm satisfied with the way that my edges look, I just take my satin scarf and I'm just going to tie this down. Okay, so I'm going to let that sit, just kind of get it a little more straight. And you can work curls with this style if you would like. I already have a few pictures on my Instagram showing you all what the curly hairstyle will look like, but I wanted to do something a little bit different this time. Just blow dried it and I flat ironed it. And I'm just using my New Me flat iron. I do have a link down below if you're interested. It's not sponsored or anything, it's just a coupon code. The link will be down below for the flat iron if you're interested in purchasing. I do take small sections. This is just my like touch up flat iron routine. I straighten it the same way I would my own hair. I start from the back and I take sections and I just flat iron it. Anything similar to that on my channel, I will go ahead and link that below. When I initially flat ironed it, do the chasing method, which pretty much is like this. So after a while, you can go ahead and take that off and you'll see that the edges are much more neater and laid flat. The last thing that I do to pretty much perfect this look, I like to take a concealer and just like a flat brush like this. Like right after I would do my brows, I usually just would use whatever is left on here, which is why it looks kind of dirty, because I did quickly just do my brows. Not too much makeup because I wasn't in the mood for makeup, but I did want to show you all of this, so yeah. I would just dab off the excess on my hand just to make that part a little more like pow. It doesn't have to be much at all because you kind of just quickly run it through there. And then I just smudge it out with my finger, and that's good enough, like for me. Definitely do more if you would like. Just kind of make it pop a little bit more, hide the lace a little bit more. I just go in with a little bit, kind of press it in there, and you'll be good to go. See how you can kind of see the parts, you know? Now just dab that out. If you're not about to wear it right away, but you want to have it styled for when you're ready to pull it out, you know? And when I posted the picture, you all were like, how did you do that? Oh my God. I was like, next time I wear something similar, I have to show them. It's like a frontal, like you can style it, like make it lay, make it slay, don't play, okay. So yeah, that is pretty much how I got my hair into this fun little twist and braided with my frontal wig. I haven't secured down the sides of my wig. I only do that when I plan on maybe doing a style that kind of demands that I lay them. For example, if I was pulling this entire section up in the front, then obviously I would have to use something that's going to hold that lace. For this kind of style, I would just worry only about this part right here. That's all that's showing, so we good, okay? Questions or comments, be sure to leave all of that down below. And as always, I thank you all so much for watching. Bye!